Hey, kindness starts here. This your girl Quill, the one that keeps it real with that trill. Give you a thrill that is beauty filled with looks that can kill. Hey, welcome back to God's Kingdom of Tarot Show. Tarot Show. You better act like you know. Mother and Father God, are you here? Okay. Yeah, so I've been on this marathon with readings, okay? I took a hiatus and it's kind of like I'm making it up, but I'm not. I'm not trying to really make it up. I'm just doing a marathon, uh, exerting my power, seeing how far I'll go. If the wind on the sail and the sea stays behind me, one day I'll know. If I go, there's just no telling how far I'll go. So I'm seeing how far I can go. Okay, so that could even be a message for you because Aries is a cardinal sign. It's a proactive sign, initiative sign. Once you pass this threshold, there's no going back. So that could be a message for you. I did a reading similar to this one for Capricorn. They felt the need to expose some stuff before, getting to the goodness of the message. Even starting off there, knowing that you will expose, knowing that you may have to create enemies immediately from friends once you state this thing, do this thing, say this thing as well. And I wanted to actually do this reading because I feel like it's very necessary for someone who is starting something new in their journey in their life right now. Okay, the High Priestess in reverse. So yeah, this is why once you go forward, you can't go back because this High Priestess is in reverse. And normally my reversals don't always mean bad. And right now it's not meaning bad because they normally mean, with that. Once it's in reverse, you're moving out of that, or you will be soon. So, the High Priestess, I was about to say the Divine Priestess. Someone could have that as their name or something like that. But yeah, the Divine Priestess or the High Priestess is in reverse because, we're moving out of that Piscean energy, the Piscean age. We're in the Aquarian age. So it's even that tug of war, feeling the need to go back, but you're not having to go back, necessarily. You have to go forward as an Aries or, dealing with Aries energy. Once you start this fire, it's a fire sign. You can't go back. So you have to know what the consequences are. So right now, God is telling you, you will, right now we're laying it out. You may have to be the bad guy. You will be the bad guy. You will be the villain. You will be disliked, okay? These are known variables, okay? I'm just not going to tell you every single point in your life that you are this, you are that. Shout out to the 7 people, however long y'all choose to stay. I appreciate y'all time today, all right? I appreciate y'all. Y'all could be anywhere else right now. And then we have the 7 of Wands as I'm shouting out the 7 people. Yeah, so the protection is like that fire sign energy. Even Aries, your natural instinct should be to protect, should be to provide those P's. Someone's name could start with P. Thank you for raining down on me, rain down on me with hearts. I appreciate that. Yeah, I appreciate it. You should want to protect naturally, whether you're a man or a woman. And that's probably why a lot of Aries like to fight, because it is ruled by Mars, but it's like you're fighting, utilizing your abilities to fight off and thwart off enemies. So in doing that enough, you learn to become the enemy, because in those processes you're trying to defend yourself back from these attacks, or defend someone else from these attacks. So you're trying to still appease someone. And so God is trying to tell you, like, once you start this, there's no going back. So your vacation out, figuratively, literally for some people, whatever this situation is starting as well, and like I said, with Capricorn's reading, we focused a lot on exposure, before getting to the good, So it's like someone has to heal a wound. Someone will have to heal a wound. But because Aries energy right now is laid out for them, it's like you have no excuses or nothing. So we only want people on this route that are serious about what they're doing, what the mission is. Okay, I did a reading about that this morning, or last morning, yesterday morning. That said you can never reconcile with disloyalty, especially after you had them in your private spaces, basically. It's like once you started this, you got to finish. It's one way in and one way out type energy. And then we got judgment. Okay, and on this judgment card, they're resurrecting a mummy, or activating a mummy that has gray hair, which means, like, from my understanding, it's a really ancient, it's like probably the most ancient mummy there is, and they probably vowed and swore to never open up this mummy again. So many times other mummies have been reincarnated, so they have liveliness in their hair. So something about your hair could also be significant, Aries. Thank you for the first like, and may God bless you bonusly. First like is bonus blessings over here. And then we got the Six of Swords. Yeah, see, once you start this, you have to move. Okay, Four of Swords, there's no there was a time for healing, and now it's a time for doing. And then even the Four of Swords, because the reason why you got to move, you got to keep going, because people now are behind you chasing, not to make you paranoid, but that's what it is, the Magician. And then we had the High Priestess, one of the first cards that came out earlier. Well, actually, I think it's the first card that came out for you guys. And then so we got the Magician and the High Priestess, which are neighboring cards. Okay, and then even the High Priestess moving out of that, but you're also initiating, or someone's initiating you, or you are initiating someone else into High Priestess mode. High Priestess mode means that you are a direct line, or you're in a direct path and line of communication with God, with your higher power, higher self. Whatever you believe the highest power is, you're in direct communication with that. So you're teaching people how to be in direct communication with God and actually hear from God, and not think they're hearing from God, because a lot of these voices that sound like God, they are actually demons. Okay, they're fucking around. They have too much time to waste. So we only want people on this path that are serious about the mission. Yeah, in that disloyalty video, I was talking a lot about, because these people, once they had access to your private space and then they betrayed you, now they know too much, all right? So they can't come back here. They could go somewhere, or they ain't got to go home, but they can't come back here. We got a mission to tend to. We probably have to pick up the pieces from what their abandonment or betrayal did. Okay, so we can never reconcile with that again. We have no room for that. We probably gonna have to replace them and stuff like that. We just have no time to go backwards. So once we're on this path, once we decided we're gonna be on this path, we have to stick to that decision. Okay. So, and then on this Magician card that's in reverse, so black magic is all up in here too. People thinking they're speaking to God, having a direct channel to God, Mother and Father God, especially if you believe in them separately. But you don't have to. It's God at the end of the day. Trust me. The other guy will get the message, whether you believe in them or not. All right. But on this Magician card is God Happy, which is the blue being. He's the god of man fertility, being able to be fertile and produce and stuff like that. Because some of these people have had black magic, or you guys have had black magic put on you to make you stop being able to produce, whether you're a man or a woman, especially a man. And then God Happy, it translates to me as like God is happy. So in reverse, God is unhappy. Like God said, like, I'm not playing with this no more. Okay. Nine of Pentacles. I need you to be more independent, self-sufficient. Okay, self-sufficiency, please. and get to work. If you complain once more, you meet an army of me. Okay, Bjork, BJORK. Also, she gives me New York, but I think she's like from New Zealand or something like that. Sorry, New England, or those places could be significant for someone. And it's called Army of Me, which could translate to armies of different versions of me, my different powers, my different abilities, however you want to look at it, or the army that represents me. So see, we only want people on our army or our team that are serious, okay? Stop complaining, okay? Stop grunting at us. Stop finding issues with everything that we do or everything that we have or whatever it is. And then on this Nine of Pentacles, one of the pentacles has like the rays of the sun shining out. Someone's name could be Ray as well. Father God Ra could be very close to you. He's the sun god. Okay, I'm motherfucking Ra, bitch. You know, like a reincarnation of Rick James. If you really want to know how Father God Ra is, he has a persona. All right. These different faces, these different facets, people are showing, a lot of masks are falling off, or, we not even dealing with a motherfucker with masks. We see your mask, okay? We see that little thing flopping up right there. We could pull it if we want to, but we're gonna save your dignity, all right? Because you don't care about it enough, obviously, to try this shit, okay? Some people should be getting in trouble and punished and hit back just for trying shit, all right? Just for trying the shit. Sometimes we go in stores and, we get our change back, and then they don't tell us what our change is, or they try to short us, and then not tell us. It's the principle. You tried it. And then get mad when we catch them. Get mad at the amount that we catch them on, even if it's a damn penny. You tried it. That's why I'm mad. That's why I'm pointing it out. I'm not even mad at the penny, honestly. Really. Okay? I wish you hadn't done that. So they're going to be wishing they hadn't done that. And they should be. Because they trying it. They trying it. And they shouldn't. They shouldn't be trying shit. Okay? So now you're going to wish you hadn't tried it. We're not going to even let you start this shit, Aries. Or for Aries. Okay? The world in reverse. Yeah, somebody's steady trying to do some shit, okay? Jabbing that. All they trying to do is fuck. All they trying to do is get somebody in bed. We not doing that shit, okay? When we looking at the problem, we see the solution. We're going to implement that solution at that moment. We're not waiting till later. We're not waiting to see just how it goes. We're not waiting. Why? Why should we? Why should you, as a person who's trying to thwart off any type of plans? Okay, because we know y'all in here. It's cool. And shout out to the 4 people that have been in here for a good minute. I appreciate y'all time today. However long y'all choose to say, I appreciate it. But Ned, her name means the seed that fruitifies the earth, okay? See, we already started this process whether you like it or not. But anything unnecessary that doesn't fit or belong will not go. So we're stopping that right. We nipping that in the bud, okay? And then Jeb, he is that energy where it's kind of like he don't give you chance. Like, yeah, see, you can't even start it. He don't give you chances to fuck up with him. All right. He's so far up ahead of the game. He thinks so far up. So someone could suffer from anxiety and stuff like that. Anxiety, like if you break it down, and you compare it to depression, anxiety is more of a future type of focus based state of mind. Because I believe it's just a state of mind. I don't believe you could have anxiety, but you could go through it and anxiety could take over. Okay. Anxiety will be present in situations where people are not diagnosed with it. So I believe it's just a state of mind, but not to belittle it because people don't know how to cope and control it as well. So I'm trying to address it. Maybe it could help you once you put perspective into it if you need it. All right. You don't have to take it. But yeah, so if you compare it to depression, depression is the past. It's past focus, past base. So, anxiety, you're worrying so much about the future. So with Jeb, to compare that to Jeb, that could be a good thing. It's turned into a strength. So that's why that state of mind shouldn't be categorized and casted off like something's wrong with you or people thinking something wrong with you, whether it's you thinking that or other people thinking something's wrong with you, because your anxiety could help you. Since you worry so far, since you always worried so much about the future, you're always preparing about the future. If you think about it, you're always thinking about the future. So it's probably hard to fool somebody with anxiety. With depression, you're focused so much on what happened in the past that you can't even think about the future. You have no room for the future at all. Yeah, I felt it. And then on this picture, it also has a figure in the middle, which I believe is my aunt. She has a feather on her head, but even you being light as a feather, your spirit being light as the feather, they're like engulfing her in the circle. Like you're the middle of it, you're the cause of it, your power matters, see, all of that matters. Like even Newt, she's leaning over like a U, like an N, upside down U. But she's leaning over. That could be her what's it called, fatigue from depression, that depression energy. But not because she's given up. She's whatever she's taking her sadness or using her sadness for that. So that could be important for somebody. I don't know. I'm not a psychologist or anything, but I understand it. And then that movie Inside Out, I really love that movie as well. And it's kind of a game sometimes for me to analyze different parts in that movie because I understand. Um, and I was surprised it was actually like a cartoon meant for kids, because um, it's deeper than we realize or something like that, or it shouldn't be taken lightly, let's just say, So like I said, I'm not belittling y'all, just because I've found a way to simplify it. But these are the type of things that God is probably trying to bring to your attention, the forefront, like to nip it in the bud so you won't have issues ultimately with them as well. 10 of Cups, all right. And then we got that upright. See, happiness is coming. We're only taking people aren't only sitting at our table, who we want, all right. 10 of Cups has no room for haters at their table, okay. Anything that is not happy will not be there. And not just the state of mind, okay. That energy that will cast you out of being a bad, happy person. Like shit, if that means happy, or if it means I gotta be that way to be happy, I don't want it then. I'll keep shopping, I'll keep looking. And on this 10 of Cups, it's a man and a woman. They're the guy is pouring something into her hand. I thought it was a cup. But yeah, so even like sharing, being able to share or something like that is going to be significant for you, Aries. And then we got Amun right here on the Hangman, and he's grabbing somebody by their hair, and they on the floor begging, and he got a wand in one in his hand, and then there's a parrot sitting on top of the plants, trying to give him another wand, like hit him with this too, See, we ain't playing. Hangman, oh, you tried it? See, you started it. That Piscean energy again. You trying to make me go back to where I was in the past, all right? That shit I left behind. But you trying it. So you should be punished just for trying to try it with me. I am not your sacrifice. Who said that? God gave you that authorization? God told me, I didn't get the memo from God that I was your sacrifice. Death, wow. Death with the Hangman. Oh my goodness. So a Scorpio or a Pisces, these water signs could be slithering ass snakes in your life, Aries, that you need to really watch out for. Don't take their presence lightly. Anubis is on this card, and his name translates to me as a new bitch. Okay. But also if you rearrange the letters in his name, it could spell out abundance or something like that. Something similar to abundance. And then there's a couple kneeling down. It's like they're realizing how serious life has gotten or should be. 8 of Wands. There's a message with the Ace of Wands right behind it in the reverse, though. Someone could also be getting some bad news. Someone's name could be Star as well. Then the Knight of Wands is going to make them very mad. Or they were trying to provoke someone. Page of Wands. They're trying to play on your weakness or like inexperience or naivety or something like that. There's a bull on this Ace of Wands. So someone also could be getting information about how things are impacting their finances. Okay. Their power, their ability, their buying power or something like that. So a lot of you guys could be, hit by the government shutdowns and, revamping of different governmental programs. Thank you for the second like, and may God bless you just for that. Okay. Yeah, but y'all about to break free from having to rely on these resources, and nothing wrong with it, but sometimes it's your time, it's your time to be nursed back to health, or, let God carry you for a bit and stuff like that, I appreciate y'all time. Nine of Wands, yeah, because you fought a lot of spiritual warfare, awake, now it's time to wake up. Once you wake up, you can't go back to sleep. All right. Somebody could feel like that, could suffer from insomnia, but don't have to, and maybe it's because God's trying to tell you something. There's nothing wrong with your actual sleep patterns and stuff like that. Yeah. Or somebody is bringing something on themselves, this Empress energy, a Libra, Cancer, a Taurus as well. When it comes to you, Aries, Mother Mutt, she will cut. And then we got the Knight of Swords in reverse. That's normally my Jesus card. So Jesus is unhappy. God is unhappy. And God wants to beat some ass. All right. See, this initiation, this fight, this ability, this feeling and the need to protect. Someone could play like a musical instrument, a string musical instrument like the harp, or sing as a background singer. We got the Queen of Swords here. Heavy Libra energy, but it could be anyone as well. Mommy Mary Cleo could be near you as well. She rules performance arts. Okay, so someone could do that. And also I'm thinking about that movie Save the Last Dance. That could be significant as well. And then now the King of Swords. Sorry, the King of Swords. Sometimes when I even see the King of Swords, I think of the King of Wands. And then same with the King of Wands, I think it's the King of Swords, and I accidentally say it, but it's been a consistent mistake, I guess, or accident. It's been a consistent accident. So even that could also be a message for someone. There's a consistent pattern in these accidents, because a lot of people have been doing like insurance fraud and stuff like that. Wow. And Amun-Ra, he's the original official form of Jesus. Okay. There was no need for a crucifixion when Amun-Ra was around. And so it's like someone stepping in and taking their power, sitting on a throne, reclaiming their throne, with the magician now back again in the reverse, and then Chariot right behind it, upright though. Which means it's like you're not letting your imperfections or disabilities stop you. You're moving forward. You're pressing forward. As well with the Cancer as well. That could be significant. A man as a Cancer is significant in your life, Aries. Noted notes, okay, maybe even a car note, but I feel like noted, like documented as well. Yeah, the Nine of Swords. I know, like I meant to say, like you're fighting spiritual warfare in your sleep, but more so awake though, and then so Nine of Swords is coming out in reverse. It's like you experience this, but it seems like somebody has mastered the sleep and stuff. It's like literal, you could do it in your sleep, like you wait for sleep for that. It's nothing to you. It doesn't take a toll on your body. Some of you guys don't feel, drained when you wake up anymore, because sometimes when you feel that, or these random scars and marks and stuff like that, when you wake up, it's because you've been fighting in the spiritual realm. You don't have that leftover residual from the past. See, so everything is forward future thinking for you. So your anxiety will probably be helping you, going forward, and, helping you, motivate you to continue to look forward and not look back. Like some of you guys may not take people back from the past, you may not visit certain places anymore because you're just absolutely done with that. And it it can't come along with you. The energy can't mix and intertwine with this new energy that you want to focus on or end up focusing on, Aries. Okay. And in this Nine of Swords, there's a mummy with black hair, and a woman is bending over crying at this mummy. So she could have, someone could just lost someone. Will probably be losing someone very soon. This is a man mummy, the Jed DJ or something like that. Jared, justice. So it could be karma for someone. And it's like, I hate to break it to you type of energy. We got justice here with Father God Thoth or Ma'at here. And or Ma'at here with Isis. So like it's either Isis here or it's either Ma'at here. But normally on justice, and even how Thoth and Ma'at work together. They work together during Judgment Day to judge people and weigh their heart on the scale. And that's in reverse. It's like because people were walking around with old baggage that they swore they would never take as well. God instructed them clearly to never take multiple times, not just once, to, leave that shit behind. And Father God Thought's name to me means one thought away and I don't play, basically. Even thinking about it, even trying it, like we were talking about earlier, they tried it and that's why they're going to be punished. Yeah, they're not going to celebrate this victory. We got the Three of Cups in reverse. Yeah, and then we have the Ace of Wands again. So, this power, they're reminding you of your power, Aries. You're probably even noticing, you're noticing, like sweet of like what are they called? Like intuitive. Is it counterintuitive or intuitive? But things that you do intuitively, a lot of our powers you don't have to teach them. A lot of our kids are born with a lot of powers or knowing to do things we never taught them or could never teach them because they already had it. They needed to have it, but it needs to activate here. It needed to grow and cultivate here. So it's up to us to accept it or reject it. And a lot of our gifts has been rejected. So we hide our gifts, suppress them, pretend we don't have them. And God wants you to never go back to that position. Yeah, and then the Ace of Wands, it's like you're delaying a start if it's in reverse. You're not trying to initiate this power. You're not trying to utilize this power for yourself even. Not wow. Page of Swords, which could mean, like you're taking something. He has something on his shoulder as well. That looks like a button. And it's like a button that's connected to a bomb, BOMB. And he's walking away, and after the residue, I keep getting residue. So something about, like something is not all the way. Someone hasn't let something all the way go, or something hasn't been refreshed. All right. As well, but the Page of Swords is upright, and in their introduction, to the world when they're born, these children, see, the children are very significant for you, when they're born. And Aries has born energy, initiative energy, starting energy. So when they're born, a Page of Swords, an earth sign or air sign could be significant because what's it called? Earth and air, they work together, like oxygen wise and stuff like that. And even Earth works with the sun. So a Leo, air sign, and a fire sign, or kids of these signs as well, could be very significant. But when the Page of Swords is born, it's like they put out this residue. It's like a fire extinguisher. You know how like when you spray this fire extinguisher, it leaves residue? That's what the Page of Swords comes out like spraying, once they are born. Anybody in that delivery room, whether they're going to be in your life for the rest of your life or not, anybody in that delivery room, the doctors on down, nurses, anybody, assistants, all of them, are judged basically. They're judged. They're judged according to how they live their life, how it pertains to their life, but also how it pertains to this birth of this child. So this child also is coming in. It's almost like this child is coming in and saying like, oh, I don't like this, I don't like that, oh, can we move that over here, like in their new room or something like that, even though they're not going to stay in this hospital room forever. It's just they're telling you off bat before it could even come home, before they could even come home or go home with you. what could go and what could stay, or what needs to stay, or what you need to look out for, keep your eye on, and stuff like that. And then it's coming back out with the King of Swords. Like a father and a son is very significant, their relationship. And thank you for the third like. If I didn't say that, may God bless you just for that. I feel like all y'all need to get bonus blessings because they've been stingy with my likes lately. And then the King of Cups, even showing the empathy. Someone also, didn't know how to love until they, had a daughter, especially a Leo daughter, or they could be a Leo sign, but an air sign. See, these air signs, not air signs, water signs has been coming out since earlier, but water signs are the air signs are very significant because I accidentally saying them, but they're very significant as it pertains to you, Aries, because it's almost seeming like as a fire sign you should be acting like an air sign. The swiftness as well, someone's name could be Swift, or be something associated with like speed, like even speedy or something like that. I don't know. But yeah, so the strength card is in reverse. It's like also, that King of Cups upright could be with the strength in reverse is saying, like showing your emotions is not weak, like this is actually, what we're trying to encourage you and empower you to do. Or this is what's been, stopping you from being able to act like a sword sign and be a fire sign, Aries. Something like that as well. Maybe your anxiety, or something like that, or depression, it's been taken over, but you could utilize this. You could turn this into power. It's giving me like how the swords, like you could mold a sword using fire, or forge a sword, or something like that, or making swords. So somebody could be like a smith, a blacksmith, work in the industry, whether it's the, construction industry or musical industry, then. And do that even as a hobby is not the main thing of their life. And so that's probably why they're not incorporating it as much or think it's as significant in certain aspects of their life. Okay. And then we have Six of Wands in reverse. So also someone's scared of failure. Okay. They have a fear of failure. Okay. Aries. Or when it comes to dealing with you. Okay. Four of Cups, and on here it has a woman leaning over. It's like, they already feel like they're defeated before they're starting. But yeah, and then we have the Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So things have to go fast. Fast going, moving. It's almost like when something's going downhill. Once it starts going downhill, it's hard to stop it. All right. Or you must let it come to a stop. Okay. Seven of Swords in reverse is they're even questioning you. Your commitment. Some of you guys could be signing new contracts spiritually, literally, figuratively, Aries. And then on this Seven of Swords, there's a woman sitting down and she got her hands up in surrender, and there's an eagle on the desk. This could be Father God Ra as he comes to us in eagle form. See a God approaching someone that was trying to fight it all this time, or God saying, like, I'm giving you a choice now, and then so now God has already had this conversation with many of you as well. Okay. I feel like you guys are equipping equipping yourself. Is that what it is? For a real, not to say this is not real, because everybody don't think this is real, but it's like awake, awake. That movie Bride of Chucky, Chucky's Bride, be significant. Oh, they do by, give me the power I beg of you. Oh, do ba. Give me the power I beg of you. Someone could be from Dubai or something. Dubai is significant and how expensive it is, but if you're able to be there, like you belong there or something like that. If you've been able to be there, you belong there. Although many people can't even afford it or have access to this. Only you. And then we got the Eight of Pentacles in reverse because you've been disciplined. God is just testing your strength right now. The Six of Wands, because you've been practicing so much, you don't trust, things that are outside the practice field. It seems like for some of you guys. But on this Eight of Pentacles, he's picking from this tree, picking his fruit out, like getting the fruits of his labor, seems like as well. But he wouldn't be able to touch this tree if he didn't have access, if he wasn't granted access. Okay. So access is very significant, or just even how people are allowed to have access to you, Aries. And then the sun, a Leo. This Leo, or even the sun, is like exposure energy, and then there's a man kneeling on his knees, all right? And then the rays coming out of the sun, they look like hands, all right? Like putting their hands on you, putting their hands on someone. And then on the next card, we have Two of Wands. And on this card, it looks like he's on crutches, okay? And I think of that song, Thinking Out Loud, how he be like, when your legs don't work like they used to before, and I can't sweep you off of your feet. Will your eyes still remember the taste of my love? But it's like this could also been a threat, or this is something someone's going to have to, face because they've been messing with someone. And they messing with the Aries, or Aries have been messing with them. And they're letting you know, updating you on something as well. Someone's put on crutches or not able to be mobile. Even car-wise could be significant. The crutches, even a crutch, someone's trying to hold someone back, be a leech to their energy. And also on this Two of Wands, it has like these figures on here that look like metals to me. Either whatever way you look at the card, it's either a red metal or a blue metal. It's giving me red pill, blue pill, so you're making a decision. You're making a decision. And once you take that pill, you can go back to how you were even before you took the pill. Either one, okay? Either one of the pills, okay? You don't get to go back and be like, okay, no, I picked the blue pill now, or I picked the red pill, no. Once you made your decision, you can't go back, okay? Death is like a transformation that you can't revive from. Is back again with the Three of Pentacles in reverse. So it's like it's more than just a job, or you're expert at your job. People look to you for answers at your job. There's a big woman figure towering over two women, and they're like kind of like begging for mercy, or like kind of flinching, getting scared, jumping from her flinch. Basically, she could be coming to collect. She could be coming to collect people's jobs or change things around in a row. Someone could be going through new management or something like that, dealing with the transition of a new management, or with a new manager, or how they're revamping policies and stuff like that. Aquarius, the star energy is here. Okay, healing. The healing starts right now, even as well for some of you guys. If you decided to heal, some people could be in rehab as well. Are you dealing with someone in rehab, Aries? Hermit in reverse, yeah, or it's time to be seen. With the star here, like Hermit in reverse is hiding. Trying to be seen, but upright is hiding. And then the star could also mean the star, a celebrity or something like that, being in the spotlight. But I got immediately healing energy. So even just being in the forefront, or being blamed for everything, having to take responsibility for everything, being able to probably delegate now, or, it always coming back to you, or people always coming to you for answers as well, so maybe someone's, being able to carry their own weight, finally be more independent and stuff like that. Yeah, Page of Pentacles, they taking notes. Taking notes. So someone's child, earth sign child, could be significant to a Leo. Strength coming back out with the world. So they want to end a cycle. Or someone's trying to stop something going on with a child, a Taurus, a Scorpio, Aquarius, and a Leo could be very significant. Especially this Leo. This Leo is like all throughout your energy, Aries. So this Leo energy is, is kind of giving me that same energy that I was talking about. As a fire sign, you should embody more of air sign characteristics at this moment in time. So even a Leo, being confident, being royal, being loyal. Most importantly, if you don't have Leo in your chart, you're going to have problems with loyalty. All is not lost, okay? But it is not ingrained into you, and God didn't create you and instill that into you when you were born, okay? Because God wanted you to cultivate it, possibly, all right? but not many people take that opportunity to do so. All right. And they succumb to that, but it also informs us. Okay, you don't got a Leo. Oh, it explains why, And then also I can make my decisions appropriately, knowing this fact is a fact. Whether you believe it or not, it's the fact. It's the truth. Yeah, somebody keeps reminding someone they're gonna get an ass whooping, or someone's feeling like something, like they're feeling fury, maybe towards you, Aries. Okay, or they're saying, or father figure. We got the King of Cups coming back out again with the Five of Pentacles in reverse. It's like, or this person is like, no, don't be treating my lover, daughter, especially, but my child as a secondhand citizen. Ace of Swords, yeah, that's the truth. Or tell her the truth, or somebody needs to force someone to tell them the truth, or they're going to force someone to tell someone the truth, come forward with the truth. The Moon in reverse, yeah, you got to come out. Well, you don't know what's going to come from this, but it's okay. The Platter, a man telling another man the truth as well. But on this Moon card, there's a white and a black dog that looks like Anubis. Yin and yang energy, two people coming together, or even about a mother, as it deals with the mother, pertaining to the mother. Then we got the Ten of Swords in reverse. Yeah, so they're like, you can escape this if you tell the truth right now. And then on this Ace of Swords, it has another eagle on here again. So it's like the eagles are watching you. I've been watching you like a hawk in the sky. Woman, Capricorn could be significant to you. I've been watching you like a hawk in the sky and flies, and you are my prey. I don't feel like singing it. Yeah, Knight of Swords, God got the eye on you with the sun coming back out, or someone's son is protective of them. They could be their best friend, or their son saved them from a lot of stuff. Okay, or your son prefers you, or something like that. Yeah, Ace of Swords came back out after I said that. Even ego could mean Haru or Horus. Which is youthful energy, childlike energy as well. So even if a child could be coming and tell someone the truth about something as well. All right, let's get more information about the sun, the Aries. Support in reverse. So somebody really not supporting you, Aries. Someone from your past, so they should not come back, or they were acting like they support you and they don't. They not a part of your new beginnings. We got beginnings in reverse. Synchronicity, y'all not in tune, y'all not in sync. Okay, the group in sync could be important as well. A group of people who look like that group, that singing group. Patience in reverse. Yeah, it's like y'all not, you don't have time for it, and they don't have time for you. Quite frankly, they shouldn't be focused on who you are. Okay, a win-win outcome is forecast. It's like it's best for you and it's best for them to do what they need to do, and you to do what you need to do in order for these doors to open for both of you guys to go your separate ways on your individual journey. Okay, but y'all journey together ends now for some of you guys. New romantic cycle approaches, Libra energy, back to back. So yeah, it's like back to back, and even that cardinal energy. Libra is a cardinal sign. Even starting that relationship, how you're starting that relationship, there's no going back for something, as well. So some of you guys are breaking up to make up and stuff like that, or amongst you guys together, like this is the last time y'all separating or something like that. Y'all not doing that no more. Y'all choosing each other, and that's how it's gonna remain. You're not gonna ever have to worry or question about that with some of y'all as well. It's like the point of no return for you guys as well. Y'all gonna talk about something. Can we talk? This divine masculine is owning up to their distortion or mistakes. They're in reverse. Okay, with strength in reverse, or like it makes them weak in the knees to think about talking to you, connecting with you, and stuff like that. It makes them nervous, gives them butterflies, gives them anxiety, and so they're focused so much about what may or may not happen in the future, whether it's a good or a bad thing. They're focused on so much on the future, so that could be hindering them. But because they're focused so much on the future, they could prepare accordingly as well. So that could be for somebody. Cut your losses, moon in detriment as well. So someone is even afraid of you losing you so much that they don't want to get you. Like they're afraid they're gonna lose you immediately. Okay. So a lot of you guys could have been with people, who died, eventually. Everybody you got with died or something like that, especially if you had kids already. A time for healing in reverse, or you couldn't heal a situation, or you were trying to mend a situation at the time and they died, so you never got to say what you needed to say. So you hold on to a lot of energy, a lot of stuff that you wanted to say, should say, and stuff like that. You probably even say it, go to their stuff as well, accept help. So they're saying you can't grieve about this loss alone, or cope with these losses alone, because it's hindering your future, or it's stopping your new beginnings. Beginnings come out again. New moon. All right. Someone's name could be Moon or Luna or something like that. It's a new person. Like you're new now to certain people. Support, yeah, their community around you. These cards coming out. All right. And then with the divine masculine. So we got divine masculine in reverse, and then divine feminine upright. So it's like that's why they're saying it's all me. This is all me. Even the support, even like negating to support you, possibly for someone, negating to start things new with you, or see from a different perspective. Some of them haven't forgiven you and stuff like that, and they're like taking accountability for it. Embrace uncertainty in reverse. Like, so I'm just so scared of the future, but they're using that as a detriment. They're using it as a crutch, for some of them as well. Accept responsibility in reverse. So that's why I'm getting, like all of this stuff. The divine masculine is blaming themselves, okay? Whether it's a man or a woman, divine masculine. It could be an Aries. It don't have to be, though, okay? So for your information, FYI, like, don't think it's all good over here. Luck is on your side. They look at you as auspicious and, lucky. Divine feminine as well. Have faith in your dreams. They have faith in you, or they don't have faith in themselves. They're not as, they're comparing themselves to you for some of you guys as well. Divine feminine. It's time to take action. Aries energy, upright. Like they see that you're, aligned with something. Like even if y'all don't believe the same things, for some of you guys as well, the answers you need are coming for Gemini, or Virgo energy, Mercury energy. A time to talk. Tevin Campbell, that song Can We Talk? I was singing earlier. Prosperity lies ahead with Taurus. So it's like you're like wish fulfillment for these people as well, and they just don't want to mess something up. I feel like that, and then it's what's it called? Crippling. Like it's stopping them. It's a word I'm looking for, but it's halting them. It's making them feel stuck. But they're stuck like that on purpose. They put the car in park on purpose. They rather do that. They rather just sit in their car and park, or, instead of driving to where they need to go, they just rather sit there. And not that nothing's wrong with that, but the choice, the option given, that is not the ideal option, especially if you want the results that you're identifying. You're identifying everything as well. Your hard work is paying off in reverse. New moon in Capricorn. So it's even somebody is blaming themselves for something dealing with the Capricorn as well. Or, this is a factor. This is a factor. Even a Capricorn could be playing hardball in your energy, or giving you a lot of information. And the reading I did before this one was Capricorn. So check it out if you have Capricorn's placements, or, a lot of this stuff is resonating, and especially when I refer back to Capricorn's reading. All right. And then we have surrender to the divine. All right. So even them, they like, I see you as a divine being, like I don't equate to you, like they're putting themselves down when they could just identify what they love about you and still feel beautiful about themselves, or feel that they probably possess something, because most of the time when you're identifying so much within another person, it's because you have that same possession. And that's why you're able to identify. It's like it's magnetizing towards you, because you're of that. Real recognizes real, type of energy. All right. So hopefully that makes sense for you and it blessed you and you enjoyed it. Then we got knowledge, drawing down the moon. Yeah, so it's like you're dropping bars, or you know more than you think, like you're giving yourself credit for and stuff like that. Slow it down and reverse, speed it up. It's time, like you know this better than someone who should be trying to take their time every step of the way to make sure they don't make decisions. This is second nature for you, Aries. You're very close to achieving your goal. Yeah, so it's like you already had it in reverse, because it's in reverse. So it's like you already surpassed your goal as well, or it won't take much to achieve it as well. Gibson, Gibbs. Gay, I heard too. Gray. A personal issue reaches resolution. For Cancer energy, full moon Cancer energy. Full moons are about releasing as well. So even not only that it's going to be resolved, it's like it's not going to be a factor in your life. It shouldn't be a factor to have something considered in your life. Maybe even something about sealing a case or something like that, or it's sealing, or like you don't expose something, or maybe even appeals. What is it? It's another one. It's like erasing stuff off your record or something like that. Forgiveness, yeah, or accident forgiveness. That could also be a situation for somebody, especially if they're getting a settlement or they're looking out for that. Okay, but yeah, forgiveness, or once you forgive, you kind of forget. You act as if you forget. Like that's where true forgiveness lies. Like you act as if you forget. Like most of the time when someone's not trying to forget the situation is because they're holding on to the energy from it. But if you don't forget it just for the sake of memory, documentation purposes, that's different, because you can let that go. You can allow energy that wants to come in and be grown and developed and to cultivate right then and there. Well, sorry, without this bias or the stuff, because most of the time when people aren't forgiving, you feel it, or when you are not forgiving, you ultimately feel it. You feel that you're not forgiven, even if they tell you until they're blue in the face that you are forgiven, but they're not acting like it. Your energy, your body will pick up on it. And that's why you could forget as if it's not in your immediate psyche, but your body, your just in case memory is responding to that, and it's telling you something. So you guys are very intuitive in this energy, Aries, as well. So tap into that, or recognize it, or give yourself credit for it a bit more. You're a healer. You're probably a natural healer. Yeah, your hands probably even have a lot of power in them as well. Yeah, avoid drama. Like you're a peaceful being. You have a serene energy. I'm getting from that. I am love. Yeah, we have I am love from our God, that you are love. God is saying I am love, reminding you I am love. Anything that is not of me is not love. All right. Everything is happening in divine timing. I'm in control of this. And that's in reverse. It's like it's been supposed to happen for you because the divine said so. And then this is Jesus. Hi, Jesus. Jesus is the living word, okay? And I wrote a few things on the back of this card. But he told me after I made this card to add one more thing on this card, and that he's the only miracle worker, okay? There were a lot of beings before Jesus that possessed similar powers to Jesus, but his special touch that God gave him, or him as God, he gave himself, was to be the only miracle worker as a human being, that is not a doubt without, like people knew when he was born, when he was conceived, all this type of stuff. And then he was able to cure and perform these miracles, the only one, or it's been documented, so something about a documentation, they're considering that as well. But Jesus is like, you're walking this, see Jesus walk with you, I'm walking with you, or you walk with me enough to create your own, like I was talking about earlier. All Orisha energy. Some of you guys are Orishas, Ori, a part of the Ori. I am a warrior in reverse. It's not time for you to fight anymore. You don't have to spar, okay? And then you should be prepared for, when it is time to exert these powers. I am worthy, because we already qualified you. You've been initiated. And so a lot of you guys have probably even just been initiated and contacted and visited by the Ori. All right. And then we have Arcturus energy. Oh, our star family. All right. And they don't come around everybody. They're very sensitive. Ark is sticking out to me. Someone's name could be Noah or Noel or something like that. But Noah's Ark, like you did all the necessary preparing, even when you didn't know why you were preparing and stuff like that, or you took the instructions and followed them correctly, because these people do not like to be around, like especially humans, all right? Because they believe humans, carry toxic energy. I listen to my body and its messages. I love you and thank you. So that's their message, and I was just talking about how your body is remembering when people don't forgive you, whether they tell you or not, or tell you until you blew in the face, until they blew in the face that they forgive you, and they not acting like it. And you will sense it, because your body is remembering. That's what it means to forgive but not forget. It's like, don't ignore that nudge from your body when it brings it up again, but not for the sake of it. Your body had to step in and be that bigger being. Your skin is the biggest organ on your body, largest organ on your body. It's giving me that covering has to step up, or just in case. I got one in the chamber. I did a reading about that like a few months ago. It said God, they must know that God always has one in the chamber for you. There's always a button, a press only an emergency button for you. Because when you said yes to God, God took you seriously, and God knows you're taking them seriously. So this is that serious for you. We have all the just in case plans mapped out for you. All right. And then we have, I am safe and secure. Yeah, see, don't worry, because God always has one in the chamber for you. And this is Ganesh energy. He's the removal of obstacles. No weapon formed against you will ever prosper. Nothing that's trying to stay in your way will not be immovable. All right. We will move that mountain. We have enough faith. I take God seriously enough to believe God will do it, to believe God is for me at the end of the day. And we got Deja Vu by Beyonce and Jay-Z as your channel song. Okay. Bass. I have. Dun, 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 dun. Let's go get them. Used to rock bass and all the band. You know, bass and that and the snare. Yeah, baby, girl, you hurt. Boy, you hurting that. All right. So somebody is gonna get together, or somebody you've been seeing in your dreams, or is finally appearing in real life for you. It's less dream-like. Okay, as above, so below. All that shit is raining down on you now. All right. The moon, or the mother, lights up the night. All right. So even knowing that, a lot of people do a lot of their bad deeds during the night because they believe nobody's gonna see them, nobody watching, because it's dark and stuff like that. But the moon is out. Even when it's not out, we don't see it, it's out. There's a shade in the sky, okay? That's reserved as the moon. The moon transforms, gets smaller, bigger, and all this type of stuff. But there's always a shade reserved in it. Even when it gets smaller and you look at the moon, you see that shade. So when that glow of the moon is gone, it's still there. So you always have one in the chamber. I'm always there. I'm always watching you, even when you don't see me, or when they don't see me. All right. And it says manifestation is important. So prayer, invocation, interaction as well, like these matter. It's very important. Even that communication, being clear about what you want. Because it's one of those things where once you start, there's no going back. Okay. Once you choose, there's no choosing again. Okay. You don't get another chance to choose. But you want it this way. You do. You want it this way, and you don't want to have to be presented with options to have to decide again. Okay. To even be put in a position again to possibly make the wrong choice per se, if you could. You don't want that opportunity again. So yeah, you may feel a bit of pressure, but that's all you're going to feel. Aries. But yeah, so hopefully this message blessed you and you enjoyed it. All right, let's do it. All right, so let's get some more synchronicities and stuff. Maybe names and stuff. Michelle Weiss, Weiss. But someone's name could be Wise as well. Wise Chips, Wise Brand. Someone could have a brand come in, okay, for them. Tari, they see this. Ari, Ari. Tara, Tyra. Isis, we knew you were here, okay? Because I stumbled up when I was trying to say it was either my I or Isis on this card. And the author, I think, said it's Isis on that card. But because of the sense I make of history, or I've been told of history, it would only make sense that it's Ma'at. But, that it's just saying, reincarnation energy. Because if you look at a lot of our drawings or people drew, things that people drew depicting of us, a lot of us look the same. But if you were to take this time period and try to draw people, it would be so many different people. Why is that? Or is that where we're going back to? I don't know, but that's very significant for somebody. But Isis' name could mean I'm your sister as well. So a sister could be significant for you, Aries. Tucker in reverse, or hiding something, or coming out of hiding. Someone could also had a long lost sister, or they didn't grow up with their siblings or something like that. Asher, Ashley, Ashton, Grayson, Rayson, Raymond, Mason, Gina, Regina. Okay, Regina means queen. Yeah, going back to that, Mama, Momoa, Samoan. Someone's mom could also be Samoan or look like they're Samoan. Nina, Dina, Jenna, Dina. Adina, do you want to get freaky with me? 1 to the 2 to the 2 to the 3. Adina, do you want to get freaky with me? Lakeisha, or just Keisha, Maya, MYA, like the singer. So the singer is coming out. Keisha Cole could be significant. Itchy and Scratchy show in reverse. Somebody could have probably got rid of that, from The Simpsons. Someone's name could be Simpson. Eunice, or even someone's being nice to someone as well. They're starting to be nice. Aquarius, Aquarius energy. We got Uranus here. Uranus, or someone who ran you in the past, or your ass, or someone was being an asshole. They probably want to reconcile. Like they realizing the wrong of their ways. Some unnecessary energy was there. Ricky, Ricky. It's like just unnecessary swings. People swing on you unnecessary. You could deal with that a lot with people. Capricorn man or woman could be significant to you, Aries. Wednesday. Something happened on Wednesday. Drew out or mapped out some plans or something like that. Made plans. Bestie. Someone's bestie could be significant. Robin. Robbed somebody's son. Took somebody's son. Routine. Burden. Or someone's like studying someone's routine. D-Ray. Or their stand-up routine, comedian or something like that. Betsy, or Johnson, John, even John's son, the son of John. Holiday, during a holiday or a certain holiday that passed, like Halloween just passed, if you consider that a holiday. Ashe. I feel like a lot of people in the Orishan tradition, they acknowledge Ashe, or even just acknowledging the divine feminine as well. More people are believing in a divine feminine as God. And then we have Monday here. There was a holiday on Monday, or Veterans Day. It's coming up as I'm recording this, I believe. Roberta, Robert, Divine, Duval, them all. Even dubs. Put some dubs on it. Throw some D's on that shit. Just by the Cadillac. Rich Boy. Rich Homie Quan could be one of your angels. We got Quran. Koran. But also someone could read the Quran with a Q. Someone could also be Korean. as well. Muslim, Islamic, or believe in those traditions. They don't actually have to be those. They just believe in them. You know, I believe in all the religions. I put them together because they all equate to love at the end of the day. They lead to love. All right. Sophie, the highest divine feminine energy. Sophia is like a high divine feminine energy. So, but she's in reverse. So someone's not stepping into that. They're not feeling comfortable with it. Someone could feel like that. And they're trying to take it all on their own. Lena, they don't want to lean on someone as well. They're taking it all on their own. When you rearrange the letters of Lena, it can mean lean. Okay. Here's my shoulder, you can lean on me. Aries man could be very significant in this energy. Robert. That was a song with R. Kelly, by Kurt Franklin, with R. Kelly, Mary J. Blige, and some other woman as well. I think of, I know she's not the same one, but Glorious, like Gloria, her name being Gloria, or I just think of somebody screaming Glorious. Manuza, I think that's how you say her name. She sang this song called Glorious. It's a gospel song. David, I will dance like David dance. So those names and initials could be significant. Got David, one who was after God's own heart. Okay, somebody is getting serious with God because they seeing their luck turn around. They're seeing God's work in their life. Okay, how God didn't give up on them. Oh, excuse me. How God didn't get up on them and they didn't give up on God and stuff like that, or how it's working, you know, like how the wheel is turning. It continues to turn, the wheel of fortune energy. But, you know, like I'm even getting like those wheels that it looks like a bicycle pedal as well. Someone could ride a bike as well. Talon, or someone was following somebody on a bike. Mickey, he's divine masculine matrimonial energy. You know, even that is giving me like a proposal event. You know, like something in the park. Did park come up earlier? Polly, yeah, P. Like, or you know, or the dolly or trolley, a dolly or a trolley or a ride. It's like a ride, a special ride in the park. Someone's possibly gonna do or did already. I don't know. Kearney, earn it. You earned it as well, or something you didn't have to work for to get. Okay, Shamika, Hanukkah. You could possibly celebrate Hanukkah or something like that too. Krail, Crude, Cross, Klaus, Claude, Amina, Claudia, and Timmy Turner. That show Fairly Odd Parents could be significant. How he had Cosmo and Wanda, who are fairies who granted his every wish as well. So yeah, all your wishes are coming true. They're saying it. Because you master stuff. Ash also means master. Okay. Asher wanted to come out again. Rhonda, I thought her name was Rhonda, but it's Shonda. I was getting Shonda Rhimes. But I was like mixing her name up as well. So someone could also have like a play on their name. Like you could mix it up or something like that. Or maybe the person you're with or getting married to. That's how it works. Also, I was getting something else and I got Shonda Rhimes. Or is he like a producer or something? I don't know. But I feel like I was getting something else. Even Busta Rhymes, maybe. Yeah, Busta Rhymes, a rapper, producer as well for a film, movie, show. She wrote shows like Grey's Anatomy, Scandal, How to Get Away with Murder, other works of art too. TT, Never TT could be one of your angels as well. TI. Ti, see these rapper energy shoes, the air sign rapper could be significant. He's in charge of air and moisture. Okay, or even you know like you have healing words. They could be saying you have healing words or soothing voice. You have a healing voice as well. You could also be hypnotic. Okay, someone's name could be Sylvia, Savina, Serena. Johnson. And I feel like that came out earlier too. Listen, okay. I'm getting that song by Beyonce. Virgo woman could be significant. Barrett in reverse, or is yeah. So it's like I can hear your voice all day, all night, or something like that. Like it's not. For some things people have been tolerating in their life, they've become a chore. Okay, or even just how you calm people down. Because you listen to them, you make them feel heard or something like that. Monty, money in reverse, or somebody's love don't cost a thing. I'm getting that. Nick Cannon could be significant. Rouse, okay. Ross, Drew, Drew, or Dru, like Drew Hill. Drew Hill, that singing group. Sorry. Jason, Mason. Got earlier. Mace, even. Macy, Maisie, Daisy, Ray. We sometimes call Father God Ra Ray. R.E. Someone's name could be Renee, Reba, Althena, Lather, Luther, Luster. Or you go to a Lutheran church, or religion keeps coming out, or somebody faith of a different faith. We got faith here, faith. Yeah, the faith keeps coming out. So somebody's getting with someone of a different faith or something like that, or maybe the same faith, and that's why it's coming out. It's consistent, or a consistent, consistent relationship that aligns with your faith or something like that. Loretta, the divine, came out earlier. Shaq, Shea Butter as well. Basketball player, athlete. Julia, also getting a woman cook. Okay. Pause. Stop. Vice, V. Lung. Or someone's lung stop, or they stop breathing. Mason. A group in reverse, or they try to leave this group, or somebody try to leave a group. Once you in, you can't get out. Dunlap in reverse, or they try to split the block and come back. All right. Matcha, someone could also like to drink matcha tea. Someone could also be Asian as well. A bachelor. Oh yeah, you brought out Big Daddy energy. Ricky Court. All right. Ricky. The movie Boys in the Hood could be significant. Craig Day Junior. Cuba Gooding Jr. The Ice Cube, or O'Shea. Leah, Lia. Hersha, Pawpaw. Even a dog could be significant. Silas, or these names and initials of a dog could be significant. Abel, Abby, Gabby, Gabriel, Archangel Gabriel could be close to you. Sherber, Herbert, Levert, Toll Free, Donda, Rhonda, Honda. Someone could also drive a Honda. Are they just referring to it? Music, like Music Soul Child, spelled like that. But someone is a musician that drives a Honda, probably. And I translate his name to mean music is your soul child. Okay, it's rooted within you. Okay, a earth sign, rooted. Wow. Earth sign could be significant. Virgo, Capricorn, Taurus. Autumn, something happened in the fall, or past the fall, or you passed that fall, or you won. All right, millennial, it's a new season, it's a new age. You won already. Raz, pass. I thought as well. Remy Ma, or even someone's beating the addiction or habit or something like that. Let it take control of their body. Murphy, Monopoly. Yeah, control of something. Someone was a dick, or someone in charge was a dick. Dick comes out. Okay, but someone's name could be Dick as well. That store dicks could be significant. A restaurant dicks could be significant. Me, my. Someone owns a restaurant for some of them, for some of you guys. Or someone owns an establishment. Someone could have also robbed someone. Lance, France, or they could have fled somewhere. Someone also has an offshore bank account. Sequel. or this is the same shit, just a different day, or we're not repeating the same fucking shit. A unit, we moving as a unit, okay? But the initial CQL could be significant. Diana, DEANA. It could be that one or two N's. Porter, Porsche, Lotus, lady, the first lady, Seth, chef, a chef of the first lady or something like that, or a chef of a high profile family, or someone's hiring that, Lassiter, a babysitter or a nanny as well. Jayla, Kayla, Michaela, Makai, Mackenzie, Malachi, Malik, Timmy, Love. It says love their little son. Timmy is giving me like a little boy energy. They love their son. Etta, oh, yeah, or this grandma. Their grandma could have Etta in their name, or be Etta. Etta James could be one of your angels that are close to you. I'd rather go blind. I'm getting that song. But at last, someone's coming for you. Roger, I roger that. I hear you. I repeat that, or I will repeat myself. Beat in reverse. I'm sorry to cut you off. Stop. A car could also be significant. Mail, or someone could be getting a car. Mail in, or you're gonna receive a letter. Stallion, real quick, is giving me horse energy, which could mean quick movement. Del Monte, a shipment. Someone actually, handles produce for a living. Llewellyn, or publish something. Or, manufacturers grow. They can have a farm. You could be seeing black cats. Jeb is around you. Henderson, Penny. That's also giving me that. Tennessee. Jeb and that thing. They want to drink and fuck. Drink and fuck. A Taurus man. Be significant to you. Next door neighbor. Someone not too far from you. They live in a luxury house or luxurious neighborhood. Or you do. Esau is coming for you. Or East is coming for you to obtain the things that you want that deal with luxury. Especially that Taurus energy. You got plush. You could also like plushies or stuffies and stuff like that. Thurston, Hurston, or someone has to die for you to rise. Julius Caesar, or someone's trying to seize your empire as well. When Julius Caesar was around, he was an awesome man. But he came around after there were like whatever this empire was, the Roman Empire, I believe. It was already it was the aftermath of the conquerors. So it's almost like somebody built a new building and then new workers came in. So it's like these people didn't do this. They didn't really have a hand in taking over, but they took over, as the new staff, as new management. If that makes sense, because even Egypt was called ancient Kemet, and then once it was conquered, it was turned into Egypt. And then so now we just know the people who existed before it was called Egypt as Egyptians, when there was something else before that. So it's like it's their fault but not their fault at the same time. But this one is like, or how Julius was with Cleopatra, and I got her randomly. So yeah, this woman, like she's doing her own thing, but don't underestimate their power. Like or their ability to link up quickly, like as a couple or something like that, or to get in touch or contact, connect, or it's something like that. And then how it is when they're both together, it's so powerful. But yeah, so someone's like saying like, oh yeah, I just got this job, and then someone who used to live or who used to own a building or something like that came back and tried to, be like, nah, this is mine. And it's like, no, it's really not yours. This was whatever the situation was owned and earned fair and square. And then these people are just a part of that. And I said earlier, like somebody could be hiring a babysitter, a service worker in their house and stuff, a household employee, a house manager, a cleaner, or something like that, chef. Because, these people are filling in this space that maybe the new family or the new workers aren't really used to having to occupy, so they have to delegate a lot of tasks, or they're used to always handling it always themselves and stuff like that. And then so they're, because they have to delegate it, they're not around a lot or something. And then so people try to take it from under the people they hired. You know, like they're trying to snatch stuff, try to rob things as well. Nefertiti, a lot of things were stolen and taken from her, you know, like, and then she always found a way to recoup her loss, get things back and stuff like that. And they would try to always sneak up on her and her family at night, you know, or when they were not looking, or she will be close but somewhere else, and they will attack her servants or something like that. So someone has to, like, or someone's getting involved in that, or got a crossfire in that or something like that. But that's significant for y'all. All right, Aries. Crenshaw, you know, even how like gangs are there, you know, like a motorcycle gang could also be significant. But God, it says, but God, I immediately went to God. God always has one in the chamber for you. Okay, so you don't have to worry. I'm not telling you not to worry, but you know, like, you may get people trying to test your gangster, trying it. They really trying it, you know, and they're gonna suffer from that, you know, like, and knowing it's not theirs, and they're just seeing how much they can get away with, you know, come in there under the false guise, false papers. That's how they did a lot of our Indian Native American ancestors. Come in there with papers to take stuff we already had running, systems we already had running, housing we already had running. And that's why we had reservations, because they was like, nah, y'all not gonna be able to take all of this though. Y'all can take that, fine. But y'all not taking all of it. So that's like when they took those things from the our Native American ancestors or our family, you know, they took it, right? And then they ended up hiring people, or, you know, filling people in. These people that they're filling in did not take, they weren't a part of the process of taking it. They're just trying to, you know, use the resource, but they don't even know the origin of that. So God could even be warning people, is like, you don't know who really owns this, and they could come take it any day now. So don't get comfortable, type of stuff as well. Or they're saying you have grounds for this, because it's like they took it from your people, and these people don't have no rights to it. They, even though they're not at fault, you know, because they're here, you know, they're here without knowledge of where the source of this thing came from, this asset came from, you know, but they can't stay here for long. Okay, they won't be able to stay here for long because it belongs to us. So reparations energy as well. Truckee, you know, the place, someone's name, trucker, Tucker, came out earlier. Yoshi, Yasha, Yonash, Nash, Lisa, Nisa, Kenya. Yeah, even people from places in Africa sold a lot of our us and a lot of us to slavery, you know, for a buck, and only for them to eventually turn around and enslave them. So they were collecting money off of us, and then they ended up taking their money that they gave them for their deeds and enslaving them as well. Emmy. Someone also could be like getting a reward or nomination and stuff. Yarissa, that's my mommy's name. And I used to be a part of my name on this channel as well. But she's one of my biggest angels. Okay, she's on the other side. So a mother on the other side could be very significant. Tyrone, yeah, Aquarius, and then a sister could be significant. Okay, to these Mason, part of this Mason group. Snooky, she's been sneaking, being very sneaky. Nookie, okay. Young niggas, or, you know, fucking with young niggas, all right. Fault, or blaming the young niggas, or using young niggas as pawns. Because a lot of these people, they just been hired for a mission that was already in place. So God is working probably to extinguish a lot of these missions that are even existing. And it's gonna include exterminating or terminating the people in charge of creating those things, creating discourse, confusion amongst us. for us to not even know the real truth. Moesha, Mo to the E to the Brandy, a brand deal as well. Keeps coming out. Delta, flight attendant or flight, a pilot, a flight worker or a worker on a flight. I'm even getting like someone likes to sit in the emergency seats where they have to kind of, give you this whole spiel about, what you do in case of an emergency, and how much of a leader you have to be during that time as well. But they prepare you. They give you the necessary stuff, the necessary information. Peace is in reverse, so no justice, no peace. Ray. Also, Father God Ra's name backwards. Well, his name could mean Ra, and then you add the W, but he spells it R-A. And, backwards that spells war, like no justice, no peace, or you're not, only way out is type of through, like you're only going to get out if you get through me. Pick on somebody your own size. Could be relevant for Aries. Ellen, as well, like a successful person, entrepreneur keeps coming out, or this is coming for you. Pedra, Phaedra, Jeremy, okay. Remy Ma, Gemini, be significant for you. Woman. Sicily, also get like Italy or somewhere foreign for that. Cicely Tyson could be one of your angel. Sealy, from the Color Purple, the movie Color Purple. Fawn, yeah, Fandra even as well. Sandra Bullock, maybe you're gonna be a well-known star like these people, and owning and in charge of these studios and productions and stuff like that. Puff Daddy, he was, entrepreneur, and then he's going through some stuff right now. It's only a trial, tribulation, and stuff like that. But then now he got sentenced, right? I don't know. I haven't been keeping up with that shit. Yeah. Anyway, O'Shea. I said that name and it actually came out. So someone's name could actually be that. Judson Judge. Okay. So yeah, someone's facing, the justice system, just in reverse. Or so they're fucking someone in the justice system and they're giving them all they want and need and stuff like that. Twin, it could be someone's twin. Someone's twin could be working in law enforcement as well, just a part of the Justice Department. DOJ, okay. OJ Simpson could be significant. Shank, or even a shrink. Shark, sea full of sharks in y'all smell blood. Nicki Minaj and Rihanna. Sagittarius and Aquarius could be significant. Aretha Franklin, rescue me and hold me in your arms, rescue me. Is that her song? I need you. Jacqueline, Jacqueline. It's spelled like that, but it could be spelled anyway else. I also think like Jacqueline Carr, how she spells her Jacqueline as well. She's becoming out a lot lately. David's son, David or son, even David's, Daniels could be significant. Judy, Judge Judy, even Rudy from the Cosby Show. Doug, Doe, Young Young Doc could be one of your angels. Mellie, Mellie, Tavia, Shavia, Staria, Tony with the Y, Boyd, Floyd, Lloyd, even Joy, I'm hearing. Kobe Bryant could be one of your angels in near you. Virgo man could be significant. You Too Nice, Ellis, Eris, or someone's too nice and they keep letting people mistakes slide. I just keep making the same mistakes, hoping that you understand. So baby now, take me into your loving arms. Kiss me under the light of 1,000 stars. Smokey, okay, someone who be doing that tuk, okay. It's good to have vices. You just gotta be. You shouldn't neglect your whole life for a vice. Even literally, you shouldn't neglect your whole life, your beliefs for some advice, okay? Because advice you could take or leave, okay? Your body will remind your ass and be like, yeah, you shouldn't listen. But, like you could take or leave it. You're not forced to take it unless you are being forced. So now it's not advice, it's something else. But yeah, so like these people be giving up their whole life, turning their back on their whole life for some type of vice. Then they judge the people who are trying to exist in their life and not negate their whole life and still have advice, a vice, um, in their life, or and they get along just fine. So it's a lot of high functioning people as well. Maybe you could be suffering from a disorder, doesn't mean it's here to stay, or it's here to hinder you or stop your whole life. Oh yeah, okay, I did a reading about that. It was a really short reading a few months ago. Just because disorder is here or shows up, it doesn't mean it's here to stay. All right. And people who had disorder or been plagued by disorder and couldn't get out the same position you just arrived in, be judging. Okay. So they obviously still got disorder up in them. Okay. Disorder with their mind function. And it's not one we should take pity upon. Natasha, NatarSha, but without the R as well, could be significant. Sharon, I was just singing his song, thinking out loud. That been coming out like randomly. Sharon, so Edward, Orkin, so on exterminating people, helping people get rid of stuff. Okay, Janie, your journey is on this journey or part of your path, part of your soul child as well. Your child's school could be significant as well, or elementary school for someone's child in the past. Maybe you're a grown mama or a grown daddy, all right? Or you got grown children, Fabian, Fabuloso, Fabio, Fabiana, all right? Ain't that a offensive term to somebody, Fabiana? If that's not somebody's name, I feel like they call people Fabianas, as a offensive term to offend people. Isaiah, Isaac, Bridgerton, Bridget, Alvin, Elijah, Elisha, okay, prophetic energy names, biblical names, or something like a biblical prophecy is being fulfilled. Missy Elliott, Jane Elliott. We have Janie here, Janney, or Jenna, Jane, Mary Jane. I love you, Shira, Sheena, Sheila, okay. And these also could be like work of arts people play of. I started thinking about Jill Scott, so Scott, even Shot as well, Shotters or something like that, or Shooters. Isn't that like a movie? Tika, or they can have that in their name, Taka or Taca. Raka as well, Rocky, Vineyard, Jayla, Sydney, Australia, Wendy. Chicago, mate in reverse, or you broke up with someone in Chicago, or left somebody in Chicago, or somebody left you in Chicago, Offset, even unload or something. It took a delivery, Sis, Perez. Also here in Florida, Marley, barley, even wheat, abundance, loaves. I saw loaf, like Dage loaf as well, melon, even that fruit, the womb, holding something, Clement, Emmett, Lamont, Foxy. Didn't I say Roxy or something like that? Or Rocky. So Roxy as well. Nose, like Beyonce knows. Land, which came out. Court, or somebody's going to probate court as well. Or, court for some type of land or asset. And we spoke about that. Deer, yeah, or a letter about that. Or somebody's getting a summons or something like that. Reading, they read something. Addie, yeah. Or put something to the wrong address. 73. Yeah, I saw Grown Daddy passing by. So Somebody daddy is not happy right now. Okay. His name could start with S or E. He can live on the southeast somewhere. As well. AMPG parental guidance, okay, or a parent is guiding somebody. Jim, yeah, my precious one. Someone's name could be Precious. My eye. I've been hearing you. I've been feeling you. All right. My aunt, also her name means mama where you at, or the mother of all that, or a mother was all in something. Okay. With Timmy, and I was getting Timmy as child as well, or active mother pursuing something. A Libra could be significant as well. Marquez, okay. Marquez, Vasquez, beautician, a Shay. So their name could start with this or be that in it. Have initials. Be those names, first middle last name, some work of art they're associated with, character they played or something like that. Jack, Jackie, Milan. Someone's like foreign, or someone's like somebody's accent. All right. Anonymous, or they could have Anon in their name, or someone's wants to remain anonymous. All right. Or their fault. They want you to not tell how it was their fault. Okay. Twin, where have you been? R-A-I, Ray, Rye, Sarai, Sarah, Bert, B-E-R-T, or B-E-R-D, or B-I-R-D, like a bird messenger. Maya, Maya could be one of your angels as well. Maya Angelou, emphasis on the angel, okay. Rich, you about to be Rich or Rich Ryder. I thought they said Tony, okay, because Tony Morrison, Maya Angelou, and Cicely Tyson, I get all their energy together sometimes, okay, as a group or a group of older grown mamas, okay, could be very significant. Having faith, or they could be of the same faith, or go to this church as well, same church, doing something. Jasper, ghost energy. Casper, the friendly ghost, or they're on your side or something like that. They're rooting for you. Lucy, okay, Luci. I love Lucy. Yeah. Or this boy loves them some Lucy, okay. Richard came out, so someone's name could also be Ricardo as well. Roberto. Wow, that's funny. So Ricardo is definitely significant. Lucy. Honest, or they like how honest like you are as their wife, or or husband. Keith, Tasha, Tosiah, Tunes. So an aunt and a cousin could be significant as well. Troy, Roy, even the Trojan horse, or USC, a college student could be significant. Yeah, or someone who graduated college, knows knowledge. Aura, O-R-A. Louise, or they were from like St. Louis or something like that, or went to college in a place that has like Louisville, or even as well. JC, Casey, Trudy, Rudy. Yeah, and Judy came out. All right, I'm done. Summer, Lynn. That's one's name. All right, so I'm gonna leave it here. I hope this message blessed y'all and y'all enjoyed it. Okay, I love you, even though you said that you were needing me. Drew Hill, it came out again. I never make a promise that I can't keep. That ain't me. Both of those are Drew Hill songs. So a group of black men could be significant, or someone with really white hair, light hair, could be significant as well. So I'm going to leave it here. Hope this message blessed you and you enjoyed it. Anything you want in this reading to come true, I hope it comes true for you and for you soon. Thank you, God and God's team, for your messages today. I hope I did y'all justice. Please come back and visit me in the future, you all. If you're new here, welcome. I hope that you've decided or considered subscribe and join in this tribe, this kingdom of God. We're building here through tarot. Yes, through tarot. And if you're OG God and Goddesses, what up? What up? Thank you so much for your continued support and trusting me again to be your reader. Okay, I hope that we continue to connect in the future and build this kingdom of God too. All right, we on a mission, Aries. So, like, I really hope y'all enjoyed this. Did I say anything you want in this reading to come true, whether it's good or bad? I hope it comes true for you and for you soon. Kiss your kids for me. I love you all. You know who I'm talking to. You know who I'm talking to. Bye.